Hello everybody, and thanks for joining me on this voyage that we're going on right now. It's Daily Race C right now for GT Sport. Very interesting track. I found it's a very smooth flowing track. I actually like the track a lot. It's one of the newer tracks. It's Autopolis. See, I'm starting off in 12th right here. Not very high rated lobby. Very excited to do this race right here. I do, like I said, like this track a lot. Trying to get ready to go. Waiting for us to start moving and warming up tires. Not by any means a good driver. I'm kind of a okay driver, not even okay driver. Sometimes I'm subpar, but I'm getting there. I'm trying my best to learn how to do this better. Getting the countdown ready, and here we go. I keep a kind of half throttle right here because I don't want to hit the throttle too much, because if I do, I will spin. I have done that before on many of other tracks and have ruined a race completely, and it's not fun if you once you do that. So we're moving on to the first lap right here. I'm looking for my braking point, which could be about between the 150 boards right there, coming down in the second gear, trying to go ahead and get started right here. So I figured with this right here, putting this out there, you can get to see how it is on the lower tier racing. Not only that, but as I get better, hopefully we can see more high quality racing. As you can see, somebody goes off right here onto the grass and whatnot. So this is a very challenging section of the race right here, because nobody knows when they're going to be braking, and you have a lot of getting punted and things like that right here. So with that being said, again, I'm trying to see how this works out, and try and show how the other half lives, the half that ain't as good as the other half. So as you can see right here, get punted off. Oh, I get so frustrated right here. Very, very frustrated. I can't believe that happened. I get very frustrated. I kind of mash on the gas and put myself back in the grass and get frustrated again, because I shouldn't have done that. I know I got to be consistent and patient and make sure that I try my best to go ahead and get back. So now I'll drop down all the way down to 16. Upset about that. Don't want to be in 16th. I want to get back to my 12th position at least to finish right there. So I'm pushing myself kind of hard right now and making sure that I get back to where I can. So I just got to remember right here, be consistent and patient. That way I can get back to at least 12th place, if not higher. So coming through that little section right there, you got to make sure you don't push it too hard, the way you don't spin yourself out right there, and make sure we're paying attention to that. So this little kink right here is one of my favorites going through, so that's one of the good things as well. Going back down the main straightaway, you can see, well, actually I'm in 16th. I thought it was in 14th, but you can see I'm in 16th right now, going down and moving on. And one guy just decides he wants to go into the stands, but he can't get into the stands because they got a wall right there. So we're just going down now, and again, you can see, well, the best is 143, which he's gonna go ahead and put a better lap in, but I'm 3 seconds above the pace of the race leader, and I feel really confident about that whenever I see that kind of stuff. And I believe whenever I was running my practice laps before the race and qualifying and things like that, I think I ran a 140, 0.05, maybe somewhere around there. I can't remember exactly, but it ain't the best. I know it ain't, and I try my best to get up there, but it never really gets to there. Going into this hairpin again, you can see how I would have really taken it the first lap. I mean, it's just real smooth. I can get onto it. I go down the downhill section, which this downhill section is a lot of fun as well, because you kind of go ahead and start trail braking, and then all of a sudden drop down 2 gears and go ahead and hit that perfectly. And I mean, you just kind of glide through it. It works out real good. But then this section right here, like I said, I stay in 3rd gear the whole entire time. Getting on the engine real hard. You can hear the turbo winding up, everything like that. It sounds great. Going into this corners and things like that. So I know off of this last corner right here, going into this one right here, I got to really play with that throttle, make sure I don't hit it too hard, because then I will spin the car. So going into this last little bit right here, again, we're going down the main straightaway, and it's one of those good long straightaways that are a lot of fun to sit down. You can kind of check your text messages, see what's going on with the world, and get on Facebook for a little bit, and then all of a sudden you got to hurry to get off of it again, because you got to get down there and hit the brake and shift, downshift and whatnot. So you can see I got a little loose right there, Formula D, I believe is what it is. But then we're going down to the next little turn right here, and getting down, and again you can hear the tires kind of starting to get a little wear and whatnot. but as long as you kind of stay off of it. I found that the tire wear for me wasn't as bad as what it could have been, I guess, if I would have went ahead and really got on it the whole entire time and really spun the tires and whatnot. So this section right here is actually, I could have taken a little bit faster. I did, in fact, in the second stint of the race, after I changed my tires, I did start taking it a little bit faster. But for that little section right there, I felt like it would have stayed planted better had I went ahead and just started stayed in third. So again, going to the downhill section, checking behind me because I don't trust nobody. You can see right here where I shifted into fifth and I kind of trail brake a little bit into there, and I might have been able to do that section a little bit faster if I really tried to. I didn't try to because I didn't want to push myself too hard and all of a sudden end up in the wall all the way past the gravel, trying to get myself a hot dog or something like that. So moving on, we right here again coming through here. You see what I'm saying, in third gear, kind of playing with the throttle a little bit. Again, trying to make sure I don't get too hard right there because I can't spin the car. I have done it in races previous. And then getting right here, just kind of trying my best to take it easy. I don't want to, I'll push a lot harder if I was in practice and whatnot, but in the races I'm in 14th. I want to get up to 12th. I want to try my best to again finish where I started at, and you can see right there I'm 2 seconds off of my pace, which is not good. So I got to keep on trying to be consistent and keep on trying. So coming into the first turn right here, I can see the 13 right there. I can see the 13th position, and I know I can get to him. I know I can, so I just got to keep on pushing. So I keep on pushing and keep on. So going in, all right, we're going smooth little section right here, and actually that's one of my, man, this whole entire track really. I love the whole entire track, but that little section right there I enjoy into that hairpin right there. I got to get down in the first gear, and you see right there I had a little mistake. I didn't get exactly where I wanted to get at, so just moving on to the next one. You see we got this guy right here in this intersection in front of me. That's actually the guy who he must play American football. I can say football because I know some people play, you know, other nations call football soccer. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He was the one who's the star punter for the Los Angeles Rams. The reason why I say the Rams is because I can't stand the Rams. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Moving on, and I'm catching them, and I know I'm catching them. I'm like, dude, you mind? Just go ahead and give it up. Let me go ahead and get it from you real quick. You know, that way I can go ahead and just go on with my race because it's going to make me feel better. But he's like, nah, I ain't having that stuff. So we're sitting there, and I'm catching up to him. I know I got to be patient. I can't run him off the road. I got to try my best to be as clean as possible whenever I make this pass. But he's just trying to, he's sitting there, and he's getting it good. And I go around right here, and I'm right on top of him. And I'm like, dude, I got you. I flashed my lights actually at him right here to try and get him to move out the way. He must not pay attention. But now we're going straight down the straightaway, same gears, everything like that. You can see right here we're just still going down, and get right here, try to outbrake him as best as I can. Looks like I did. Looks like I made the pass, but then all of a sudden I make a little mistake. He gets a little nervous for me right there. Going down to the next section, I'm like, dude, I gotta make this pass. I gotta make it. So I try again, and this time he kind of turns into me, kind of coming off of it. I tried my best to stay off of him. I feel like when I made that turn, he kind of came out a little bit and kind of made a little contact with me. But me being the great racer that I am, I made that pass. But then right here, decided to go ahead and get on it a little bit too fast, and I almost lost it. I had to get off of it, and I made one position gain and lost two. So back down in the 15th now, moving along and kind of getting frustrated again, man. Like, dude, I gotta be able to make this pass. I gotta be able to do these things. You know, why can't I go ahead and get it done? I know I need more practice, and it's gonna take time for me to get there. But it's really frustrating because of being competitive and wanting to be one of the best and always wanting to win, things like that. Right there again, a little impatient coming out of that hairpin. Kind of got the tires a little spun behind me, and really got into it and almost spun it again. So again, patience is the biggest thing that I gotta remember. So again, coming down here, we are moving along and trying to catch back up to 14 now that I'm in 15th position, and really wanting to get back right there because I know, and I'm looking at the tire wear. Looks like we are starting to lose a good bit on tire wear, and you can see the front left is really worn, and it's making it very hard to steer these corners right here. But I know the pit stop phases are coming up right now. As you can see, we got one person in right now. I'm going to keep on pushing through this part right here, this 6th lap right here. I'm going to go ahead and run through here and as you can see, still using the same braking points. I found that, you know, using that braking point right there was just really going to work out for me no matter what the tire wear actually was. So see, I am catching up to what is now 13th position because I am back in 4th. I know I got the speed to go ahead and catch up to him, so we're just trying to make it happen just right now. So just moving along and just trying to remember, take my time, be easy. It's gonna come. Somebody else is gonna make a mistake. That's what you always gotta remember. Somebody else is gonna make a mistake, especially in these lower lobbies, where everybody's not as good as the ones that are in the higher tier lobbies and the higher space lobbies. As you can see, we got a yellow flag coming out. Somebody spun out somewhere along here, coming into the hairpin again. That's a really common place to see people spin out because they get impatient. They want to get onto the throttle way too early. Again, coming down to where one of my favorite spots. I love that little turn right there because it was just so easy. You kind of see evidence of somebody spinning out and going into the gravel right there. As I gain another position, now I'm up at 12th. Now is a decision to be made. As you can see, tires are looking pretty rough right now. Handling is very bad. I have a decision to make though. I can either go in on this lap right here, or I can go ahead and stay out and try my best for the 7th. Now, I've tried it before, and it actually went pretty good. As you can see, that NSX right there actually just now spun. The guy who punted me earlier in the race has spun, so it looks like karma has caught up to him. So, with that being said, I decide I'm going to go ahead and stay on this lap right here. You can see I move up in the 5th place, but I know that I'm going to have, I'm actually in 6th right now, but I went ahead, made it past that Honda right there, and actually stay in. Now I'm in 4th place right here, or 5th place. I know that it's not going to be easy for me. He has fresher tires, and I know that I have worn tires, so I just know I need to go ahead and try my best to give him space and make sure not to bump him off or anything like that, because that's one way to earn a bad name for yourself, is to go ahead and do that. So I kind of take my time, be patient, and take the 6th position that I'm in right now. I know I'm not going to keep it because I will pit after this lap, but I felt like this is the best strategy for me, and making sure that I get the best track position whenever I'm coming out after the pit stops are over with. No fuel needed to be taken in this, so you have to worry about fuel saving or taking fuel whenever you go inside for the pits or anything like that. I will say this much: this pit lane over here is the hardest one that I've personally had to do going inside of a pit stop. So you think of places like Suzuka, or not Suzuka, I'm sorry, Fuji and stuff like that. Fuji was definitely a different type of one, or you got some other ones that are pretty hard, but Le Mans is a harder one. But this one right here takes the cake. That's all I know. So as you can see, I'm kind of in the battle right there, almost lose it right there. He kind of ran into the back of me. I shouldn't have been racing him so hard because, like I said, I have worn tires, so I should have known better than that. Coming into this last little section right here, you're actually gonna see I actually kind of lose it again almost, and actually almost have to like slow down a lot in order to make that turn. So here we go, going into the pit stop, and again, you don't have to worry about taking fuel in this race right here. So I do get the medium tires again, because the mediums, I mean, why not? I did 7 laps with them and didn't do too bad, so my pace wasn't bad. I stayed pretty consistent with my lap time. So again, no fuel need to be taken. Go ahead and get those tires on, and we go ahead and roll on out. Fall back in the 13th place. Not too upset about that because I know I have the fresher tires and I know I'm about to start flying. As you can see, I get a little more confidence with my tires being completely fresh. I start rolling a lot faster. It started sticking a lot better. The downforce is really good on, the steering was really good on it. So I felt really good about coming out after this. And you see how fast I just catch up. You can look at the time right here. Him running off the track did help me out a lot, but I would have caught him sooner or later. You could have just see. Now you see I'm 7 seconds behind 11th place, but you can just watch how that drops as I'm going through, because I have the fresher tires and I'm just pushing it so much harder right now. So much harder I'm pushing. Trying to catch up, and again I check behind me because again I don't trust nobody coming in this turn right here after what happened at the beginning of the race. And you know, it's common whenever you in these lower ranking lobbies to have people not realize when you're braking and things like that, and all of a sudden hitting you off and things like that. As you can see now, checking the time again, was 5 seconds, now I'm 7 seconds. I kind of slowed down a little bit for him. Again, that's my buddy right there that went ahead and booted me off at the beginning of the race. So I get an SR downgrade right there, I guess, because of the way I passed them. I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes those things just kind of do what they want to do to me. So, in my opinion, not necessarily to me, but you get what I'm saying. But again, this last turn right here, you see the speed difference that I had from the last lap to now. It's just, I mean, a lot faster. I can get it done a lot faster. I feel more confident because it's actually sticking. So coming down this front straightaway right here, and this next lap that we're on right now is actually my fastest lap of the race. I won't, like I said, I'm pretty sure it ain't my fastest lap that I've done in all of the testing and qualifying, but it is the fastest that I've done for sure in this race. So just taking my time, being patient, trying to be consistent, trying not to get on it too hard, because I know I can lose it at any second, because that is the type of driver that I am, to where doing good and all of a sudden just mess it all up, or bottle it, as you may hear it being said sometimes. So just gotta take it easy, gotta keep on rolling. I gotta take it easy. That it's not a short race, you know, it's not a sprint race. It's one of those that does take time. It is one that is taking time. You can see this guy right here tries to dive in. Oh, he almost gets me too. See what I'm saying about being impatient, people being impatient and stuff like that? That could have definitely changed the outcome of my race and his race, because again, he was trying to get somewhere where he shouldn't have been trying to get to, because I mean, I was clearly had the track position on him, and I, you know, had the braking point and everything like that on lock. So again, we're just taking it easy through here. We got a yellow flag out. Not sure what happened. You see this guy right here again, just trying his best to go ahead and get to me. He can't get to me though, because again, I'm being very consistent right now in how I'm driving. We have somebody who wants to drift out of that corner right there, and we're just gonna go ahead and move on to this lap right here, and we're gonna complete our lap. And again, I got lucky that I didn't, but as you can see, again, that is my fastest lap of the race. Minute 42.035. Ain't too bad. Ain't the best that I've seen, and definitely ain't the best that, you know, is out there, but by no means. But I'm proud of it, you know, because I mean, I was, this is about 5th time going around this, actually doing this track. I mean, this is my 2nd race at this track, and for me to be in 11th place right now and actually running very consistently without me spinning out, and there's leaps and bounds of where I've been before. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. So getting there slowly but surely, and that's the worst part about anything right now, is I want it to be right now. I want to be good, but I know I got to take my time and actually practice. So, and that, as you can see, we got plenty of time in between times of action in these races right here, because everything's not so bunched together. Different talent levels between different drivers and things like that. You can find yourself very easily all the way out there, just in no man's land like this right here. So coming into again my favorite corner of the race, so just keep on saying that. So very, very good. Just keep on being consistent, trying my best to, again, either I want to match or I want to get above my lap times right here. So I'm just taking my time. I'm like, ooh, almost lost it. I got impatient right there. I see the 2 cars in front of me. I know that's 11th, 10th, and the 9th. I know a top 10 finish is there for me, so that's why I'm really pushing it right now, and almost lost it on that corner right there. And I knew I should have done better than that. So I know I need to take my time and make sure, but that I'm doing good. Now I believe we're on 11 of 12 laps, if I'm not mistaken. It might be 10 of 12. I'm not 100% sure, because the thing ain't showing up right now, but we will see whenever we get there. So again, kind of missed my breaking point on that one. Kind of went in pretty hot on that one, so that's not a good thing. Don't want to do that for sure. We are on 11 of 12, so we're getting there. Again, you can see how I'm staying kind of consistent on here, staying in 3rd gear, because 3rd gear really does really well in here. Again, almost missed my breaking point again, went off into the grass, but got on it just in time, saved it. As you can see, again, I'm really pushing it through these sections right here, trying my best to catch up to 10th, because again, I do want a top 10 finish, especially, again, this is on my 2nd race in this track. I mean, how great would it be to have a top 10 finish? Really big mistake by the Brazilian here, going off the track and getting resetted in front of me. Plus, he has a 0.7 penalty. Right? I mean, so that really makes me feel good. I'm like, okay, if I at least stay within a second of him and he doesn't take that penalty away, then I'll at least get to the 10th place that I'm looking for. So I'm just flying through, trying to get him, trying to catch him. I'm like, okay, I got him. And again, once you start catching somebody, you really get impatient because you're like, I know I got him. But you can see he's kind of sitting there matching my pace through these turns right here, and I know I have to try my best to get him. And right now he's actually down to 0.5 and a penalty, because you can see where he ghosted out. He kind of take care of his penalty. I know right here I'm gonna go ahead and try and make this move, so I'll go ahead and push it really hard. I don't know if he made a mistake right there or whatnot, but I get past him very easily. I was actually very proud of that move whenever it happened in real time. I was like, man, that was a real good move. So now I'm in 10th place. I got my top 10 at the least finish that I want to get. Now I'm got my eyes set on 9th. This guy who's in front of me, I could tell he was slower. I don't know if he had worn tires. He couldn't get the control of the car very well. I knew I wanted to try and catch him though. So I'm sitting here trying, and again, I don't want to push too hard because I don't want to spin myself out and lose my 10th place position. So I knew I had to take my time, use my patience. That I'm trying to learn and be consistent with every turn that I try and take. And I know I'm not taking everyone perfectly, but I try my best to take one as best as possible all the time. Moving through here, sections, and just trying to catch up with him. You can see we got another yellow flag. I believe that was a back marker, a lap car that was actually spun out. He just decided to stop on the racetrack. He said, I'm done. I'm through with this. You can see right here I got 42 seconds left to get to the end of the race. I know I have the pace to get there to the end of the race. I know I can get to it, and it's just whether I can finish the actual lap or not. You can see right here as we come up to this section over here, this car is really slowing down, and there's nowhere for me to go because we're in a very twisty technical turning, and I kind of bumped into him. I didn't want to push him off all the way and cause myself to get a penalty or anything like that, but I knew I had the pace for it, and I'm sitting there looking at the time. I'm like, I got the pace. But he's slowing me down so much. I mean, and I decided right here, I was like, okay, I'm going to go for a move like I went on the last lap and try my best to get to him. And I was like, I get on the power as best as I can. I can try and get off and go off track and get caught by the timer. I wasn't able to actually officially finish the race. So not something that I get proud of whenever that kind of stuff happens. But I did get 10th place, which is 2 positions up. Very proud about that. Thank y'all if you watched all the way through. I really do appreciate it. Trying to just see how this is and try and see if people do like it. So I do appreciate y'all, and thank you for watching. So please drop a like if you liked the video. If you didn't, dislike it.